Most creators spend years trying to get monetized on YouTube, and some never even make it. But in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the exact 4-step strategy that got this YouTube channel monetized and helped another brand new channel hit monetization in just 90 days. So if you're a small creator wanting to fast track your YouTube growth and start earning some money, then this video might just be the thing for you. After all, I was in your position not too long ago. And before we get into this video, drop a comment with your name and the channel that you're trying to grow and build. Let's help each other out here because it can be pretty stressful. So let us know what you're trying to build, and without further ado, let's get into it. Step 1 is to build your base foundation. Okay, so before you do anything, you'll need to focus on the foundations of your channel and reinvent it from the ground up. To develop your foundation, firstly, you'll need to identify your channel's niche. So for example, is it beauty? Is it gaming? Is it ASMR? Is it tech? Is it food? Is it fitness? You get the gist. Pick one main subject area and then make a note of who your ideal target audience is and what problem you are wanting to solve or could solve for them. When picking a niche, I'd recommend choosing a topic that not only are you interested in, but something that there is a high demand for. So for example, I'm a full-time videographer in my day job, so naturally my passions are for things like video production and video editing. So all of my YouTube content is focused on content creation. And with the creator economy growing as fast as it is, and people wanting to make this their full-time job, video editing and video production have now become really high demand skills. Therefore, I know by putting these videos on YouTube, there is going to be a current target market that are interested in the topics that I have to speak about. Next, you'll need to define 3 to 5 content pillars related to your niche that you can make videos about. These pillars will serve as the foundation for creating focused and relevant content within your niche, as well as letting viewers understand what they can expect by subscribing to you. It's wise here to go for content pillars that are evergreen, e.g. they won't go out of style and they won't go out of date very quickly, and that are highly searched for on YouTube. For example, a fitness channel could have workout routines, meal prep videos, and recovery videos as part of their content pillars. Establishing these pillars early on will help you keep your content aligned to your channel's niche, and it will enable you to build a little community of like-minded people that are more likely to engage because they know what to expect. In this foundation building phase, it's also super important to study competitor channels closely and reverse engineer what's working for them and what isn't. Look closely at their top performing videos, like their titles, their video lengths, their thumbnails, the pacing, and the engagement tactics. By reverse engineering these elements and making note of them, you can then begin to uncover what drives success in your niche and what tactics you can use in your own video to make them more successful. Popular competitor channels have normally trialed and tested out loads of different practices, which works in our favour as small creators because we can then take on what works and then double down on that so we don't have to make the same mistakes that other creators did when they were first starting out. Step 2 is content creation strategy. Now that we've laid the foundations, it's now time to focus on creating content that gets people watching, commenting, subscribing, all of those things so we can hit those monetization thresholds. Having personally worked on channels that have gained over 11 million monthly views, I can safely say that the most important factors in a video's success is ultimately down to the video packaging, aka a video's thumbnail and its title. These two elements are the very first impression that viewers get of your content and are often the deciding factor in whether someone clicks on the video or if they just scroll past it. And you probably sat there thinking, well, what makes a good thumbnail and what makes a good title? Well, a good title should spark curiosity but also clearly convey your video's message. And I'll put some proven viral title frameworks on screen now so you can pause the video, screenshot these, and then incorporate them into your next uploads, or just have a little brainstorm of upcoming YouTube video title ideas. And likewise, a good YouTube thumbnail will need to be bold and have a strong visual focal point. But for you small creators, here are some popular YouTube thumbnail ideas that have all gone viral in recent years for you to take inspiration from. Having said that though, it is all relative, so I'd recommend playing around with different variations and using A/B testing to help you see what performs best for you and your channel. Okay, so now we've got the click, it's time for you to deliver on the promise that you've made in your title and your thumbnail, as well as keeping the viewer engaged. It goes without saying, but if you want to grow your YouTube channel and eventually become monetized, then your audio and your visuals will need to be at a good overall standard. Now, I'm not saying you need to go out and buy the latest Sony camera. In fact, I'm sure your iPhone will work just fine. I mean, actually saying that, I recently did a test with my iPhone 16 versus my professional Sony camera, and the results were pretty shocking. So if you want to see that, head over to my Instagram, the video's on there, and yeah, I think I might be selling my gear soon. It's just wise here to be conscious of things like your framing, the lighting, and the audio levels, because this is overall going to boost your production value. In order to reach YouTube monetization, at the time of recording anyway, you're gonna need to have 4,000 hours of watch time, which is bloody damn hard to get. This means that your video retention, e.g. how long people are actually watching your content, needs to be at a good rate. And I'll put some graphs on screen now of what is considered to be a good YouTube video retention rate. With that in mind, here are some content tricks that you can use to keep people watching your content just that extra bit longer. The first trick is to use visual and audio hooks straight from the start. So visual hooks can be zoom-ins or cuts, on-screen text, B-roll, things like that. Audio hooks could be things like sound effects, music, and dialogue. The second hack is to keep your videos short and sweet, because this will overall boost your watch time because more people are watching until the end. And the third hack is to use storytelling techniques like the hero's arc or the show don't tell method to keep your audience engaged. And I'll make a separate video on different storytelling techniques, so be sure to subscribe and keep an eye out for that. Step 3 in my YouTube monetization strategy is all about scaling and optimizing. If you've followed the first 2 steps, then by now you should be in a position where you have some data to track what's working and what isn't. Here you can use your YouTube Studio to track your click-through rate, your analytics, your attention graphs, your traffic resources, loads of different data so that you can be better informed on how to make content moving forward. For example, if there's a huge retention drop-off straight after your intro, try jumping straight into the video or using a different type of hook in your next one. Another way in which you can scale your YouTube channel is by repurposing content by turning your long form content into short form content. By sharing your videos across different social platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, you're not just like recycling that content, but you're multiplying your content's exposure and reaching new audiences that you can then direct back to your YouTube channel. And you probably sat there like, I spend hours making long form content and now you're telling me to do shorts as well? That's just double the workload. Listen, I get it because I've been there. But thanks to AI, I suppose it has its benefits because there is now AI software such as Opus that you can put your long form YouTube videos in and then it will churn out short form content clips automatically without you having to do any of the work. It's important to remember here that YouTube is more of a marathon than a sprint, so a big factor in finally becoming monetized is by being consistent and sticking to it. You can do this by developing a personal workflow that keeps you on track and helps tasks become a little bit more manageable. So for example, I personally use Notion to keep all of my YouTube ideas documented, and I also use a master content schedule for all of my client work too, just to help content be more scheduled and organized to keep things more efficient. Ultimately, if you want to start making money from YouTube, then you're going to need to treat it like a business and get your systems and your processes in place, because you will thank yourself later for it. And finally, last but not least, step 4 is all about building your own monetization engine. Now, every single one of you is probably watching because you want to get monetized on YouTube. But what if I told you that you didn't need to wait for YouTube AdSense before you could start earning? Sounds a bit confusing, right? But let me explain. Some of the other ways that you can start earning money through YouTube is by using it as a lead magnet to promote your other products or services. So for example, you could direct people to a digital product. So say for example, you could set up a mini course or a Canva kit or some video editing presets, but you could put these links in your description for you to refer to, and then anyone who's interested could click on it and perhaps purchase it from you. If you're planning to create educational content like this, you could also offer one-on-one coaching or mentoring to make a little bit more money before AdSense kicks in. So for example, you can just put a link to your Calendly on the top line of your description, and then people can refer to that if they want to get your advice on something. But by far probably one of the most popular ways of generating money on YouTube that is aside from YouTube AdSense would be through affiliate marketing. And this is where creators promote tools, apps or services using personalized links. That means they get a little bit of commission back from that if you are to click on it and to buy a product or a service through their link. All it takes is just one single person to buy your product, to buy your service, to click the link for you to start earning a little bit of money. And that literally can be from today. So if you focus on creating valuable content and then pair that with a clear offer, you can start building a business on YouTube from day one of your channel being launched, long before YouTube ad revenue even kicks in. And then when you eventually do get monetized, which you will after watching this video and putting the work in, then YouTube AdSense is just the little cherry on top. It's just an extra treat because the hard work's already been done and you're making money anyway. On a personal note though, I've been doing YouTube on and off for the past 6 years or so myself, but I've been helping loads of clients post consistently, and it can be daunting, it can be lonely, and it can be scary, especially when you're starting out. You might see people that have started later than you, get loads more subscribers, loads more views, and you can kind of doubt yourself and think, why am I not at that level? But you just have to remember that there are over 2.7 billion monthly users on YouTube, meaning that there is a community out there for you. You just have to keep creating in order to form it. But that's all from me today. It's now time for you to go film your next YouTube video, and I'll catch you in the next one.